chop and chat video because I was tagged by Lexi from Two Quick Wicks, and I am so excited to answer her questions that she asked. This is my first time chopping on camera, and y'all, I am not good at it. Like, all I use is a little plastic knife until it breaks, and then I just get out a new plastic knife. I did get 2 wax cutters, but they haven't arrived yet, so that's fine. I'm just gonna use the plastic knife for now, but just so you guys know, in the future, if I do another one of these, hopefully I will be a lot better at it. Also, it's super early in the morning. Well, not like super early, but I slept in today, so I have my coffee. And if my voice is a little raspy in the beginning of this video, that's because it's like just getting warmed up for the day. Okay, let me show you guys real fast what I'm planning on chopping in this video, because that's what Lexi did in her video. This one I already chopped as like an experiment, because this is a Teddy Bees souffle cup in sweet peach iced tea, and I chopped this one off camera just to like make sure that I knew what it was like to chop a Teddy Bees souffle cup before I was on camera. And then I have I think 2, 3, 4, 5 in addition to that I'm planning on chopping. In Frankish Princess, strawberry white tea lemonade, frosted mint circus cookies, dirty blonde, and lavender cream and sweet pink lemon cookies. And then I have my Spruce Willis chunks from Rose Girls that I'm wanting to chop into either 2 pieces or 3 pieces. I haven't decided yet. And then I have some shapes from Ava's that I will chop. There's 4 of those. And then also my 2 Yankee Candle centerpiece cups that I'm planning to melt or get started on melting. I want to chop these ones up as well. So we have a lot to chop, and we have a lot to talk about because there are, I think, 15 questions. So this might be a long video. So I'm going to start first with the home fragrance questions. And the first one is, how and when did you first get into home fragrance? So I got into home fragrance when I first got exposed to home fragrance. It was before I even knew about this whole community and anything about how big of a deal like wax was and home fragrance was. It was when I was, I think, a sophomore in high school. One of the girls that I did theater with, I called her Char Bear. She gave me for my birthday an angel warmer from Scentsy with 3 Scentsy bars. And I remember my first one that I tried was Cozy Fireside. And then I actually like waited a couple of years before I melted them. And when I was in college, I started to get into Scentsy. So I was a sophomore in high school in like 2011 to 2012. And then I started to get into Scentsy when I was in college because I had a friend who was a Scentsy consultant my senior year of college. And then it wasn't until I moved to my apartment that I started to really get into like buying candles and buying like from vendor wax. And then really when I started moving home, I started buying like more and more from vendor wax. So that's kind of like my wax journey, I guess. So yeah. Okay, who was your first company and vendor that you purchased from? So when I was in college, I purchased from Scentsy and Walmart, like just strictly retail brand wax. And then my first vendor that I purchased from was Southbound Candle Co. I purchased her Christmas sampler, I think Christmas of 2019. And that was my first vendor wax that I purchased from. And then after that, I just kind of fell into, like, it just all rolled over, and I started to learn about other vendors and find my favorite ones. And I think we talk about favorites later. So yeah, Southbound was my very first vendor that I tried. And so Rachel Wales is the owner of that company, and her shop will just always have a special place in my heart because she was like the first one that I had tried out. I don't know why this one is super hard to cut. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of stab it a little bit. What's next? What are your favorite vendors and companies? So this year I've really been trying out a lot of new vendors. I started actually trying out so many new to me vendors starting like the end of last year, the end of 2020, because I needed something to make life a little bit more exciting because we were all staying at home and everything like that. And that's when I kind of stepped like more away from candles, and now I'm working on kind of wanting to like use up my whole candle stash, so that I can just have maybe like 10 candles and then all the rest be wax. But what am I answering? My top 3 vendors. Sorry, y'all. My top 3 vendors probably are, it's hard to choose because I like a lot of vendors. Probably if I could only order from 3, I would pick L3 because she does restocks like so often, and she always has like a wide variety of scents and products, and she listens to people's requests. I also would probably pick for Rose Girls because Jenny tends to do a pre-order every month. I think this month she might be doing something different, is like what the speculation is. But I really have fallen in love with her scents. Like the mini melters, I love trying to blend some of them. I love apple fritter from her, tea and cakes, serendipity and waffle cone together. And I just have like, and Goodnight Moon, how could I forget, and Spruce Willis. But there's just like a lot of scents from her that I like, and there's a lot of scents from her that I still need to try. To like find out if I like them. But I've really been impressed with her. I've made 2 orders from her. And then my third spot, I would say, is kind of like up in the air. I really like that Smell Good shop, but it's been kind of like not really a hit and miss for me, but kind of a hit and miss for me. I started out by trying like just the scent shot cups, but sometimes they don't smell as strong, I think, as if I were to get it in a 6-pack. But I think her name is Wendy. I like her option to kind of get like a small amount of wax, and I like that her website always has at least something to choose from. I like that she lists all of her restocks for the entire year. and she takes requests in her comments. I think she doesn't have a Facebook, or if she does, I'm not part of it. She takes requests for what to pour in the comment section of her blog on her website. And yeah, I really like That Smell Good shop a lot. So maybe I would give that one my third spot. I don't know. But there are still a lot of vendors that I need to try. Like, I really had a good experience with Teddy Bees, but I haven't tried melting any of her wax yet. So I think it would be kind of like premature of me to say that she's one of my top favorites before I actually try her wax. So that's why I'm holding off on that. But I do like that she does like pre-orders consistently to make sure that, I think pre-orders are more my style than the ready to ship, even though I don't like the waiting of a pre-order. I like that you can get everything that you want when you participate in a pre-order versus ready to ship. It's like very high stress and you have to be quick. And I have learned that I am quick, thankfully, and I go in with a plan, but still it is stressful. Even when you go in with a plan, like even for Rose Girls restock today, I have a plan of like my first order, because you get free shipping over $100, so I'm not that worried if she combines shipping or not. But like my first order, I have my favorites that I've tried before. I absolutely want them. And then after that, I'm planning to go back in to get like the new to me stuff that I haven't tried yet. And hopefully we'll get some of it. So I go in with a plan, but it still is stressful, like if you're gonna get your stuff or not. Okay, sorry, I kind of got to answering a question that's not even a question. Okay, number 4, what vendors and companies are you interested in trying? So I have a whole list on my phone, which I'm filming on, of vendors that I want to try. Some of them that I can remember off the top of my head are like Rainbow Melts, VCS, which is Vintage Chic Scents, Up North Creations, Up the Creek Scents, Britta's Creepy Treasures I've heard good things about as well. What else? I wish I could remember. I have like a whole long list. Oh, BZ Tarts. I think it's called Midnight Daydream Company. Something that's owned by a guy named Harrison. I remember that I've heard Lexi mention good things about. So I definitely want to try them. Then I've seen on Ashley Nicole's channel the Melted Mousse that I want to order from. Destination Wax is another one. K Scented Melts. There's like so many vendors that I haven't tried, y'all, but I am trying new vendors to me right now, like Teddy Bees, and still trying like my first bit of Ava's that I got from my first order from her. So I'm still like trying new to me vendors, but I'm trying to like slow down a little bit and purchase from mostly vendors that I know and that I know I like and that I know perform well. Okay, question number 5. You guys, it's been 15 minutes already of y'all listening to me talking. I'm so sorry. This video is going to be long. Question number 5 is, does your family know about your love of home fragrance? What do they think? Yes, my family knows, and it's kind of a mixed bag of what do they think. So my parents, I think, really enjoy having a good smelling house. But they don't like the amount of packages that come to our house filled with wax. And my brothers, on the other hand, they are not pleased by any of it. They don't like the way that the house smells, and I think they don't mind the packages because it really doesn't bother them. But, oh, oops. But, yeah, I think that is where the verdict stands, but it makes me happy, so I'm going to keep on doing it because it makes me happy. So, anyways, I got to get that piece that got kind of thrown across the room. There we go. Okay. There's that cute little shark is all cut up now. Okay, so let's see. What is the next question? Do you prefer wax melts or candles, and why? I feel like I already answered this. So, sorry, I jumped ahead a little bit, but I didn't like fully answer it, so it'll be fine. I used to only do candles and throw wax melts in there a little bit, like just in my bedroom. But now, starting in 2021, I started to really prefer wax melts. I currently have like, I think 50 candles in my collection, and I'm trying to use them all up and then maybe just have like 10 in there at a time. I used to like candles better until I moved. And if you have ever moved with a lot of candles before, then you understand the struggle. It is like not fun to move already. Like all the packing and driving stuff back and forth and everything. And then in addition to that, having to worry about like candles and only bringing a certain number of candles at a time so that they won't break. And luckily I only moved like 15 minutes away, so I could make trips back and forth to get my candles back home. But like if you're moving far away and you have to package them all up at once, you know, you will have to worry about them breaking and packing them up good enough so that they don't break. Oh, it's just such a hassle. So I feel like 10 candles is an amount that I could be like, oh, I'm gonna move in 6 months, so I'm not gonna buy any more candles, and I'm just gonna burn these 10 candles, and then whatever is left I just will give away or throw out or whatever. So that's however I picked the number 10 in terms of like how many candles I want to have in my collection, but I'm kind of like a long ways away from that. I'm doing my rolling wax project, and I have used up so far 5 candles this year. I used up hot cocoa and cream, citrus wreath, frosted woodland pine, maple pancakes, and strawberry pound cake. So I am making progress and decreasing my candle stash, but wax melts are just so much easier to move, and then also they're so much more versatile. So pretty much in my warmers I can keep them most scents in for like a day to 2 days, which is nice. And so pretty much I get to change out my scents a lot more frequently than if I were using a candle, unless if I have like 50 candles all that I've started burning and I could just choose from those. But I try not to start burning all my candles at one time because that would be a little ridiculous. Like, it just doesn't fit my personality to have that many candles started at a time. Okay, what's next? Do you remember the first scent that you ever used that got you into home fragrance? Yes, my first scent that I used, I remember I got from my friend. We don't talk anymore, but we used to be good friends. The first scent that I got, it was like a pack of 3. One of them was something pomegranate or some sort of fruit that I did not like at all at the time, back in 2012. And then the other ones were Cozy Fireside and Cider Mill. And those are the first 2 wax melts that I tried, and I loved them. And then the first candle that I had was in winter of 2018, my first Christmas back home after college. And I got champagne toast, and then I got hooked on the Bath and Body Works candles after that. Okay, number 8. Are you a seasonal or a mood melter, and why? Give me a second. I'm gonna see. Nope, there's nothing I can do with these blinds. Okay, y'all are just gonna see lines of light going across the camera, so I'm so sorry. I hope it doesn't bother you. Anyways, I used to think that I am a seasonal melter, but now, this year, I'm starting to think that I'm a mood melter, because I've been melting, like, scents that do not fall within the season. Like, I melted Cranberry Pecan Tart from L3, and that's obviously like a summer, that's obviously like a winter scent, or like a fall scent. And I don't know, I just have been melting a lot by my mood instead of by what season we're in. I'm getting more into the spring and summer scents now, but I feel like when it was still cold outside, I was melting like tea and cakes, which is more of like a summer spring scent and stuff like that. So I don't know, I think I'm turning more into a mood melter, just like melting whatever I feel like, which isn't a bad thing. Neither one is a bad thing, but I used to love like going out and buying by like the themes of the season. So I'm just kind of surprised that I'm kind of changing a little bit, and I've actually been requesting some winter scents too. None of them have been fulfilled because I think vendors are like, you know, it's not winter time anymore, Beth, get over it. But some of them I've been craving still, like Cranberry Pecan Tart from L3. I wanted to melt that one again, and I requested for that one. And then you know, I've been melting my Spruce Willis, and that's like a tree wintry scent, like spruce, that's for Christmas time. But I don't know, I just have really been feeling in the mood of still Christmassy scents, so that's what I've been melting. But I think I'm ready now to move into more spring and summer, thankfully. Okay, now we're at the Teddy Bees ones, and I know people have said on the website, just in case if you're new to Teddy Bees and you want to know how to chop up your souffle cups, I've heard people say on the website that they do it in 8 pieces, but mine, like cutting with this knife, they don't cut very neatly, so instead mine show up in little like bits and pieces like this, but it'll be fine. I'm just gonna experiment of like what's the best amount to put in there. Okay, likes and dislikes. So this one is what fragrance oils can you not stand, and what oils do you love? So I'm still kind of learning about myself, and I feel like my scent preferences have changed as I like melt more and more scents. I'm starting to learn more and more what I like and enjoy. So first off, I'm really picky about lavenders. Like if they come off too spicy or something like that, I will not enjoy it. What else? I am picky about tree scents. The only tree scent I found that I like is Spruce Willis, and that's also the only masculine scent that I found that I like. Let's see what else. Oops. I wish I had planned this answer in advance. I really like bakery. I really like, this one makes my hands so messy. Oh my gosh. I really like bakery. I really like fruity most of the time. I'm not that picky about zucchini breads, which is really surprising to me. Some people really dislike zucchini breads because they feel like it smells like feet, but I don't mind zucchini breads at all. What other ones? I think like aquatic scents I'm kind of picky about. Like some of them smell very weird to me, but are growing on me slowly but surely. Yeah, hopefully that is a sufficient enough answer because I don't really know what else to say. Okay, next up is, how many warmers do you have in your home? What kind, and do you switch them out seasonally? So I have 3 warmers in my home at the moment. I have 2 downstairs in my open concept. So there's like a living room. You guys, my throat, I'm so sorry. The pollen is horrible. The living room and the kitchen are combined. And then there's another living room or family room, whatever you call it. And then there's another living room that's connected to the dining room and like the front entryway. So I have one in the living room that combines with the dining room, one in the living room that combines with the kitchen. Then I have one upstairs in my bedroom. And I occasionally plug in one in the upstairs bathroom, but not that often, just occasionally. So I guess technically 4. They all are Scentsy warmers. And one is the element warmer, the one in my bedroom, and then the 2 Scentsy warmers are 25 watt bulb warmers. And I am maybe gonna get another warmer for the kitchen. I don't know yet. My mom is discouraging me, so we'll see what happens. Because I feel like that would really like elevate the fragrance a lot. I don't switch them out seasonally. So my one warmer upstairs that's element warmer, that one is a whale, which is super cute. And then my warmers downstairs, I have my angel warmer that I got all the way back in 2012 for my birthday, my very first ever exposure to like fragrance. And then the other warmer I bought recently, like I think last summer, is the Scentsy Alabaster warmer. So that's pretty neat. And so I don't really switch them out seasonally because I am not a minimalist. I feel like I never will be because I have way too much stuff and I can never seem to get rid of everything. But I do adopt the principle of like not switching out stuff as much as possible for the seasons. I do love Christmas so much. Like, I have so much Christmas decor in my life. But other than that, I really don't have like seasonally, like different melters for the different seasons. What's your favorite style of wax? Loaves, clamshells, bags, etc. So I really like for things to be simple and not to have to chop. As you can tell of how horrible that I am at chopping. So I really like the forms that you don't have to chop. Like I've learned that I really like scoopable wax. I really like, well, I'll change my answer. I really don't mind like the small shapes, like those little small sharks or the little mugs from Ava's that I cut. But the bigger shapes, like, are just a pain to chop for me. And it might be because of my tool that I cut with, this plastic knife. But it could also just be that I just find it a pain to chop. So loaves are not my favorite. They're probably my least favorite. I really like clamshells because they're just really convenient. I like little small shapes, like L3's puppy packs are perfect. Like the perfect size shapes to just put in your warmers as they are, and you don't have to do any chopping at all. I love that. I really like the, even the chunk bags from Rose Girls. The chunks are not that hard to cut or to chop. But like the mini melter bags, those are good. If I end up purchasing from Teddy Bees again, if her wax performs well for me and everything, I think her next pre-order is on a week from today. And then she's shipping them out in July. So, I think if I end up making a purchase from there, then I would either go with the chunk bags or the clamshells. I just went with the souffle cups for now because, pretty much I wanted to try out the smallest quantity of wax. But in the future, I probably would pick either her chunk bags or her clamshells, because those are just my preferred, way of melting wax, is just whatever is the simplest and the easiest and the least amount of work and time, but still getting to enjoy the same pleasant fragrance, then that will make me happy as a clam. So yes, there's that. And then I also have the question, how do you feel about glitter and decor in wax? So, it doesn't bother me that much. The one that I don't know how I feel about yet, one vendor that I want to try that I forgot to mention before is the Bathing Garden. And in terms of, for her wax, I know that she puts little end beds that are like real in there, and I've never had, like, I've had different end beds, but they're made out of wax. But I haven't had the end beds that are like actual, like real, something that you can keep and like just floats around in the wax in your warmer. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. But yeah, the glitter, it doesn't really bother me, and the wax end beds, it doesn't really bother me. It's really just that fine glitter that's kind of hard to clean up sometimes. So yeah. Okay, next question is, oh, now we're to the personal life questions. So this first one is, what do you do for work? And for work, I work with kids. I am currently a full-time student studying to become an elementary school teacher in grad school, and then I also work full-time with kids in pre-K, pre-kindergarten. It's still my first year of working with kids, and so I'm still like learning a lot about classroom management and everything like that, and it's been a challenge to say the least. So yeah, but it's really rewarding most days, and I always have some funny stories to tell about, you know, things that the kids did or said, or, you know, something that they do to make my day a little bit brighter most days. And next up, what do you like to do for fun or for hobbies outside of wax? I don't have a lot of free time, but I do enjoy to read. I just finished reading a book that's like a Christian book based on like a modern story told from the Bible, and it's called Redeeming Love, and I highly recommend it. It was an amazing book, but I just read it like maybe for 30 minutes a day before work for the past few months, and then that's it. That's pretty much the time that I allot to reading for fun. And now I've just started the book The Tattooist of Auschwitz. I'm so sorry, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. About the Holocaust. So that's what I'm reading currently at the moment, in case you were interested in knowing that. And then what else? I play the ukulele occasionally. I haven't had that much time to like practice or play anything as of recently. And I also like watching shows on Netflix. I'm currently watching the show Rain, which is like, I don't know if I like it or not, but I'm hooked on it, so there's that. Okay, so the last question is, do you have any kids or pets? And my answer to that is yes. I don't have any kids, but I do have a fur baby. So I have a cat. His name is Milkshake, and he is 15 years old, I think. He's like super old. We thought he was going to pass away not this past Thanksgiving, but the Thanksgiving before. So Thanksgiving of 2019. And it was really scary. But he ended up recovering. Like, now we just feed him a different kind of food, soft food, and he's like eating now. He's so happy. He snuggles. He sits on my lap sometimes. He like plays with the dog sometimes. Like, he's happy as a clam, so I'm just leaving him be. And yeah, so anyways, I have him. And then my family has a dog named Ripley. Oh, my cat's name is Milkshake, if I didn't mention that. And he's doing good. I know sometimes you guys are like, you haven't updated us on Milkshake lately. And I'm like, yeah, he's doing good. So yeah, he's still doing good. He just ate his breakfast, so he's happy. And my family has a dog named Ripley, and he is a Shih Tzu. So Milkshake is a tuxedo cat, but he's not like fully black on the top and white on the bottom like a tuxedo cat, like a true tuxedo cat, but he is white and black spots. And then who is it? Oh, Ripley. So Ripley is a Shih Tzu, and he's 12 or 13, I think. and he has a little attitude. Both of them are in their old age, so we're like dealing with that because you know they can't walk up and down the stairs like they used to, and they can't jump like they used to, and they don't play like they used to and stuff. So we are dealing with that. But yeah, they both are happy and doing good and still kicking, and we are happy to have them. I know, especially because my mom has been working from home, so she loves to have them home with her and like add some stuff to her day. So, you know, some joy to her day and stuff. So anyways, that was the last question, and that was the last thing that I had to chop. I'm pretty sure I looked at Lexi's list of who she tagged, and I'm pretty sure she tagged like everyone that I would have thought to tag, but I'm gonna review it again and see if I can find somebody to tag. And if I do, then I will put it in the description box down below. So definitely check there to see if you have been tagged. Also, I want to go back to a question about my top 3 vendors. I would put in that third spot Zape. I've tried I think like 4 cents or something from her. I think her name is Ashley, and I have just been blown away. I've tried Fizzy Pop, Helium, La La Land, and Rainy Day, and all of them have been amazing. So yeah, Pineapple, Fizzy Pop, Helium, La La Land, and Rainy Day. I loved them all, and I love her customer service. So yes, that is who I would put in that third spot, would be L3, Rose Girls, and Zape. As of right now, if I had to narrow it down to 3 vendors, that's who I'd order from at the moment, as of April 16th at 8 o'clock in the morning. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Look at all this wax I chopped. I did a good job. That is a lot of good progress. I have a little bit still in my collection that has to be chopped, but I'm gonna wait a while till I work through all this stuff first and everything like that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, make sure you stay positive till then. Bye, guys!